Hi Virgo, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your mid-February through mid-March career tarot reading for 2025. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies that could affect your money, your job, how you're feeling about your self-worth. Virgo, this is going to be an interesting time because we will have eclipse season coming up in March, and you all will have your first eclipse in this 18-month cycle between you and Pisces. So we will get to that in a minute, but I want to let you know that the last week in February is really great for everyone because February 23rd through 28th, we will have all planets direct. So this is a forward movement of energy, of momentum after Mars moves direct in Cancer. And for that 1 week, it will be a great opportunity for you to plant seeds of intention of where you want to go in your career, where you want to invest your money, your time. This is a great time to do it. So check the description box below. If you haven't already taken a look at those February monthly readings, those are helpful too. All right, Virgo, let's get into it. Ooh, look at that. You start off mid-February with the 10 of Cups. Always nice to see. As well as the Sun card. So Leo energy right around that full moon. Look at that. End of February, 4 of Wands in the reverse. As well as the Fool card. So possibly some new beginnings coming in right around that week. I said all planets are direct. You move into March with the 7 of Swords in reverse. As well as the Death card, Scorpionic energy there in reverse. And mid-March, find you with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is right around your eclipse time, as well as the 2 of Cups. Okay, so interesting mix of cards here because you really do start off this reading like February on a really strong note. And then as we move into March, you can see the dynamic change when we also will have Mercury and Venus retrograding. So I do think that all these cards reverse in March, definitely pointing towards something coming up for you during that month. Let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you a card representing the energy that you bring into mid-February. Spirit, if you can send my Virgos a card representing their career energy at that time. And you have the 8 of Cups. Now, usually the 8 of Cups is that the Rider-Waite deck shows a person kind of heading up a mountain, leaving cups behind them, like looking for and searching for something better emotionally. This 8 of Cups, I think, is a great depiction as she's looking out over the ocean, over the sea, and like wanting to be able to move somewhere that is more fulfilling for her and move away from any kind of darkness. And I do think for many of you all, Virgo, I would say mid-February is going to be a great time for you to kind of do a check-in with yourself to figure out, are you happy in your career? Are you happy in your job? Are there things that you want to change? And if so, what are they? This would be really good to find out right before we get into eclipse season so you have balanced emotions to be able to figure out, is there something you want to emotionally move away from? Or are you feeling good and confident in your career, in your job, okay? So make sure you really do like a emotional check-in with yourself, Virgo. I would say before we get into March, that would be really helpful. Let's go ahead and pull an oracle message for you, Virgo. Spirit, if you can send my Virgos a oracle message for their career mid-February through mid-March. And you have authority, number 4. So this authority card, very similar to the Emperor, right? The Emperor in Major Arcana number 4 is that Aries energy. Where is it that people could be dominating your space, or you are dominating someone else's, almost like you're ruling over an organization, or the organization that is ruling how you move through your company, through your job. Is there a place where you can make the most of the authority that is there and possibly join forces with that authority to be able to get what you want out of your career. And I think this is going to be very important, especially if you're almost like an entrepreneur or a self-made person who needs some type of clients or a board that you have to report to. There's some type of authoritative feeling here as you move into March and the end of February. Where is it that you really need to pay attention to who's in charge? That's what I'm hearing. And I think Virgo, for you all, especially being an earth sign, this is going to be important for you all to connect to who holds the purse strings, who is responsible for the physical well-being of people at your company or with your clients. Now, we start off mid-February with that Leo full moon. This sun card is that Leo energy. Mercury enters Pisces on the 14th, Sun enters Pisces on the 18th, and then we will have Mercury in Pisces squaring Jupiter in Gemini on the 20th. I do think this is a really great time for you all, Virgo. The 10 of Cups, the Sun card, you can't get much better than this in terms of emotional well-being, feeling really good about where you're at. I do think that Leo full moon could highlight something for you all over these next few weeks of how you are coming into your own. Your family is feeling good. You are feeling good about your emotional state, but also you're feeling good about where you're at with your job, with your career. Now, I will say that this energy, I do not think is going to last throughout March. And I do think that you need to take advantage of those last few weeks of February, okay? And I say that because I already showed you in the beginning of the reading where it's kind of nice and sunny and whatnot, but then when you get into March, there is a change of energy. Now, I do think that last week of February, remember when I was telling you all planets will be direct, February 23rd through 28th, that's because Mars will finally move direct in the sign of Cancer on the 23rd. So that whole week, lots of forward momentum. We will have a Pisces new moon on the 27th. So take your time to figure out, what do you want to plant in terms of seeds of intention? Do you want a new job? Do you want to move in a different direction in your career? Do you want to start a marketing campaign, a social media campaign, gain more followers? There's something here around momentum of starting something new. Now, with the Fool card, remember, do not be naive in terms of what you're starting. Don't rush into anything that you haven't already researched. Four of Wands in reverse could suggest a partner or someone who's like, I'm not quite sure that we should really do that. Let's talk it out. Or your spouse or someone in your organization that you tend to talk to a lot. They're like, well, I think you might be moving too fast in this direction. Just make sure you're really paying attention, because I will tell you, once we move into March 1st, when Venus moves retrograde in Aries, Mercury enters its retrograde shadow all on the 1st, there's a slowdown of momentum. So use this week with that Fool card, with that Four of Wands, with that Sun card, 10 of Cups, really great forward momentum. Now, once we move into March, we have the Death card here, Scorpio energy in reverse, as well as the Seven of Swords. We will have on March 3rd, Mercury entering Aries. This is communication, drive, power, possibly trying to get more of what you want. I do think now that Mars is starting to build its momentum, it could be this opportunity for you to really look at going within, figuring out what it is that you want from your career, from your job to make you feel happy. But I do think that this challenge is that Seven of Swords with the Death card, this is like mental energy. This is like you replaying events with people and you're just like going inward and almost too much inwardness, meaning like you're focusing on almost like analysis paralysis, like going over and over certain events. I think by the time you get to March 12th, when we have the Sun conjunct Saturn in Pisces at 22 degrees, just watch your emotional watch how you react to people. Make sure people aren't trying to get in your head. Scorpio energy can definitely be very like inward and kind of breaking down things that you didn't know were emotionally jarring to you. Make sure people are not getting to you during that time, okay? Now, I do think that that authority card could come in here at the end of this reading, that mid-March time with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse. This is energy of someone who holds the purse strings, having authority over you and a business partner, you and colleagues. This could be you and a boss. Remember, we now have you all's lunar eclipse here at 23 degrees of Virgo. This is your full moon of this year, March 14th. This will highlight what details you need to start focusing on with your work. Since you all are an earth sign, this could also be someone telling you, okay, you're not a great fit for this organization, or possibly saying you're going to need to create a proposal for me to prove your worth here. There's something here that is like a little jarring, and I do think it could come up at your full moon here eclipse. This is the beginning of eclipse season. We will have another eclipse in April, which will be the last one of the Aries and Libra cycle. So March 15th, we will have Mercury retrograde beginning in Aries, and then it will retrograde back to April 7th when it will return back to Pisces. During this time, there is a slowdown of communication. So I will warn you that whatever this riff is, or conversations that could be going in a different direction than you would like, it could take some time for it all to iron out. But I do think that by the time you move into April, once Mercury regains its strength, I do think some of this will clear up, but I do think that that authority card that came up for you as your oracle message, just watch your temper, watch people that are in charge, make sure you're not ruffling any feathers, or if it is time for you to go, make sure you bow out gracefully, okay? So I hope this was helpful, Virgo. This is going to be a big time for you all, especially coming into eclipse season. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I hope you all have a great time, and I'll talk to you later.